So after the departure of Tubin Lubin and also famed television potato Brian Stelter, it might seem like the new ownership at CNN is following through on their promise to make CNN more of a straight news channel and less of a deranged left-wing activist channel. But as we'll see in the details of this story, I'm not so sure that's going to happen. And it might just end up being different faces, but the same people writing the same things into the teleprompters. Anyway, here's the headline. Report says who's next on the CNN chopping block after Stelter ouster. The axe is expected to keep swinging at CNN, where new president Chris Licht just fired longtime Reliable Sources host. Has there ever been a more ironic title for a news show than Brian Stelter's Reliable Sources? Anyway, Brian Stelter and is taking aim at the network's moribund morning show New Day. And this is according to a report, but it seems like they are going the direction at least of changing the faces, if not the partisanship. The firing of Stelter came with a cryptic warning as Licht seeks to pivot from far-left editorializing programs to a more straight news approach. The change was reportedly pushed by the parent company Warner Brothers. And here's a quote from Licht, who's the new boss at CNN. Quote, "I want to acknowledge that this is a time of significant change, and I know that many of you are unsettled." And he's saying this to staffers on an editorial staff call. That's on Friday. "There will be more changes, and you might not understand it or like it." So Radar Online has reported that New Day is circling the drain. It will be replaced by a roundtable type program patterned after MSNBC's Morning Joe, possibly hosted by Jake Tapper. Licht has reportedly tried to hire Morning Joe husband and wife hosts Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski away from the rival liberal cable news network. So you see what I mean when I say that I'm not so sure about this change in direction for them? Because you're not going to find anybody much more Trump deranged, other than maybe Sam Harris, than Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski. So if you're looking for more balance from CNN, yeah, I wouldn't hold your breath. Not quite yet. So the current lineup for a New Day is Brianna Keilar and John Berman. So you can be sure to look for them on a podcast near you soon. Although they'll probably just be recycled into some other junk media. So there have been some changes. I mean, Chris Cuomo obviously is gone. Lubin Tubin is gone. The news potato is gone. Looks like those lesser-known morning hosts are going to be gone. But they're not ready to let go of everybody. I mean, here's a couple of just awful people that are apparently quite safe there for the time being anyway. Don Lemon, Jim Acosta expected to stay at CNN despite new, more neutral direction. Again, I'm not sure how much I believe this whole neutral direction stuff. But if you're going to do that, well, why would you keep these two? Jim Acosta is completely pointless and useless without Trump. And I think even if Trump were still in office, I think his press conference antics got old pretty quick, even for CNN viewers. And as for Don Lemon, his whole white men are the biggest terror threat to this country shtick, yeah, that's not exactly neutral. It's hard to walk back from that. Not to mention the fact that eventually people are going to get sick of hearing that having their city burnt down is actually a good thing. So anyway, to wrap this up, CNN is a mess, and I think it's going to continue to be a mess for some time to come, probably forever. Anyway, please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing really helps me out. I really appreciate it when you share my content. It makes a big difference. Thank you for doing that. I will see you next time.